Hello YouTube, and this is Abominus33 coming at you with another Transformer video review. Before we get started today, I would like to give a little shout out, thanks to Cupcake X Attack 666 and Strangerist for subscribing to my videos. So I've got 2 new subscribers, yay! But anyway, we're going to be taking a look at the final figure in my Wolf for Cybertron collection, or rather I should say the entire Wolf for Cybertron collection, because they only released 5 figures. So this is War for Cybertron Soundwave. And what can I say about this thing besides, oh my god, I love it. Out of the entire War for Cybertron line, he is my favorite, without a doubt. I mean, as you can see, he's a nice armored car with, like, spiky stuff on the end of it. And you can lift this thing up and pull these out and have, like, a really brutal battering ram sort of thing. Really nice. I can't have words for this thing. But anyway, you got some nice detail on this mode, especially on the wheels. They've got nice looking purple hubcaps. I don't know if you can see that there. So, yeah, that's basically Soundwave in vehicle mode. Now, transforming him is kind of easy, but if you don't know what you're doing, it kind of can get tricky, I suppose. But what you want to do first is you want to take these 2 top bits right here, and you just want to unpeg them and just move them off to the backside. And now what you want to do is you want to take these 2 wheels and get them out of the way. Well, actually, no, not yet. Now what you want to do is you just want to open the legs and then take the entire waist piece and click it in. And it's very sturdy, I have to say, so it's very nice. Now what you want to do is you want to take these bits right here and flip them. Do the same on the other side. Now for his feet, you just want to flip them to the other side, or to where this part is, and just push it in. There's actually a spring in there, and when you push it in, there's a little hook, and there's a little hole thing in there, and it'll just hook into place. I'm actually getting kind of nervous with the springs because I can already hear the springs creaking on one of his legs. So I don't know if that's good or bad. So you just hook in the other foot, and this little back piece right here, I forgot to mention on this foot, you just push it up. It functions somewhat as a heel spur. Not like he really needs it though, because his feet are so friggin' big. But anyway, you just take these parts now and just unfold them. And now you can take these wheels and move them back. And they're on like a double hinge, sort of. You just want to maneuver it so it looks like that. And then what you want to do is you want to just take the spike and pull it all the way against the wheel, and that'll lock the wheel in place. And then just do the same with the other wheel. And then there's his backside. So I have to say, again, with all these War for Cybertron figures, they're extremely accurate, and that makes me kind of happy. And now for his arms, what you want to do is you just want to pop out his fist, and then this part right here, you just want to flip his fist to where that is. So you just do the same on the other side. There we go. And now what you want to do is you want to come to the front, and this little crease right here, just want to see if you can dig your nail in there and separate it. And that will separate his arms and reveal his head. Straighten out his arms. And this essentially is War for Cybertron Soundwave in his robot mode. And again with vehicle mode, I have to say, oh my god, I really, really love this thing. I mean, even his head, even they decided to sculpt his head to look like Soundwave, which is way, way cool. But unfortunately, they did that thing to where they give him light piping, but then they decide to paint over it, which is kind of bad, because, I mean, choose one or the other, but his eyes are red, but if his eyes weren't painted red, they would probably be originally purple, because that's the color of the light piping piece. But I'm guessing you're wondering where his weapons are. That's the best part about this guy, because invoking the Generation 1 Soundwave, they decided to give him weapons that fit inside of his chest. So those are his weapons. You can just take those out. Which I think is really awesome that they did that. And put them down here for a sec. For weapons, you've got this little thing, which becomes his gun. And what you do for this thing is you just push on the back of it and just try to dig it out with your fingernails. And that's his gun. And it really, really strongly resembles the Generation 1 gun that he had, and I think that's awesome too. And his other weapon is his trademark shoulder-mounted missile cannon, which is also cool because he looks way better with his weapons on, as you would expect with a Decepticon. So there's a little hole right there by his shoulder, and you just stick that in there. And then for his gun, obviously you just stick this little peg on there into his hand. And then there you go. There's War for Cybertron Soundwave, all armed and ready to kill some Autobots. But articulation for this guy, you'll get knee movement, thigh swivel, outward, thigh movement, back, forward. For his foot, you get somewhat of an ankle joint, but his foot can move all over the place as it's on a ball joint. So you could probably pull off some pretty cool poses with this dude. For his arms, they go all the way around at the shoulder because they're on a ball joint. And he has a bicep swivel, an elbow, and he can even move his wrist, which on this guy they're tight. So that's pretty awesome with this guy. Oh, and his head can move. But the only problem is that how is he gonna look to his right without being blocked with that cannon on his shoulder? But it doesn't matter, he still looks good anyway.
So that is pretty much War for Cybertron Soundwave all in a nutshell. So this has been Abominus33. Leave comments on the bottom of the page. Thanks again to the 2 subscribers that subscribe to my videos, and I'll be back with another video soon.